Let's get to know the future D1 football players coming from South Dakota. Let's start with Nash Hutmacher. He's a beast on the wrestling mat and a prize defensive lineman recruit heading to Nebraska. He plays at 6'5", 300 pounds, and is ready to make an impact in the Big Ten next year.
The biggest factors for me were Coach Frost, Coach T, all those coaches. You know, they really do care about the players and want what's best for them, obviously. And Lincoln, you know, it's a great town. Getting down there and checking it out, it was really liked it, and it was just exactly kind of where I wanted to be.
USD built a high school all-star team of in-state recruits, starting with the most versatile and electrifying player in the state, Caden Verley. Caden was listed at 8 positions by his high school coach, Rich Lundstrom.
You got to try to find ways to get him the ball and things just to showcase what he can do, because he can do anything. Yeah, it's been really fun. We're going to miss him. I'll enjoy watching him for whoever he plays for next year, but we'll miss him.
He's projected as an athlete who could kick, play offense, or defense at the next level.
We're going to bring him into our program and playing as a receiver. Obviously, he's a very talented young man with the football. It's kind of unique when you look at all the things that he did. It's you talk about the true Iron Man playing offense, defense, kicking game. But just a really good football player and the kind of guy that I think is going to continue to get better as he focuses on his development as a college player.
Ben Coles was the first USD recruit to verbal this fall. He's a 6'3", 270-pound lineman who works hard in the weight room. He helped the Roosevelt Rough Riders to 631 yards rushing and 5.3 yards per carry this fall. Josh Boots Crownover stepped into the quarterback role after this season started, and he flourished. He threw for 1,565 yards and ran for another 1,011, and he led Bonhomme back to the championship game. He's an even better defensive player who played up front for the Cavs, and he's an accomplished wrestler, track athlete, and baseball player too. Get ready to cheer for Boots. Another haul for the Yotes is the tight end who hauled in 40 passes this season for 534 yards. Zach Whitty, the tight end out of Sioux Falls Christian. He chose USD over SDSU and is going to give the Yotes a huge target at tight end at 6'6". The Jacks plucked some South Dakota talent as usual. They boosted their defense with 2 linebackers who should make an immediate impact. Adam and Aaron Kusler did it all for Roosevelt. Aaron even ran the Wildcat on offense. Adam has 269 career tackles, which is first all-time, and Aaron isn't far behind with 217 and is second on the list. They're also first and second in tackles for loss all-time in high school. They're not the only studs coming to Brookings on defense. Mitch Iacker spent half of his senior season out due to injury, but when he was on the field, you knew it. He had 4 sacks and 2 more tackles for loss. He had a streak of 5 games where he had at least a half sack. Plus, his current GPA, 4.04. Max Balloon spent almost all of this season injured, but still earned first-team All-State and Elite 45 honorable mention for his impact on Redfield football. He was in on 10.5 tackles for loss with 3 sacks and 1 blocked punt in his senior year. The 6'6", 225-pound defensive end and tight end is excited to make an impact in Brookings.
Ever since I was around junior high, I knew that I wanted to make it to the next level, and for a little bit I thought it'd be basketball, and then football picked up in high school, and I fell in love with it even more, and it just ended up being that. I still love basketball, but football played out better, and I love it more.
Speaking of Brookings, Gus Miller will join his brother Eddie at SDSU. The All-State lineman helped his team get to the 11AA title game, and he did it on both sides of the line. He weighs in at 6'3", 260 pounds, and is a force in the weight room. 2 from South Dakota are moving north. NDSU welcomes Gray Zabel of Pierre and Jesse Hastings of Mount Vernon-Plankinton. Gray ended his career with 14 sacks and 25 tackles for loss, but made his impact on offense. This center was often called on to pull and lead running plays all over the field. The 6'6" athlete excelled in football, basketball, and baseball for the Govs. Jesse Hastings put up legendary numbers in his career at MVP. He put up more career rushing yards at the 11-man level than anyone I can find in the state. He finished with 5,008 rushing yards and 90 touchdowns in his career. He's expected to play fullback at NDSU.
I'm going there as a fullback, and everybody knows fullbacks, they have to hit every time. Knowing that I have something to live up to, that culture, like you were saying, is just awesome to me. So I can look at a picture and be like, I want to be that someday, and then work my butt off to get there.